Hello kids, welcome back to our EBS class. So in our previous class we revised 3 lessons. So today also we are going to revise few lessons. So the first lesson is sources of water. Sources of water. We have already finished this lesson, but today we are going to revise it. So water is an important part of our life. Why is it important? Because we cannot live without water. Plants, birds and animals and humans, we all need water to live. We cannot live without water. Can you live without water? No, we cannot live without water. We need water for our daily use. We need it for drinking, washing clothes, cooking, bathing and cleaning. We need water for drinking, of course, but we need water also for washing our clothes, then for cooking and for bathing and for cleaning our house. So the farmer also needs water to plow the fields. Water is also used to produce electricity. Farmer needs water for what? To plow the fields. Water is an essential thing in farming. Tell me, can plants grow without water? No, plants need water to grow. So water is very much important in farming. Water is also used to produce electricity. Electricity that you use to get light from tube light or bulb and for many other things. That electricity is produced with water. Water is used to produce electricity. We get water from rain. Can you tell me, where do you get water from? You get water from the rain. You get water from the rain. Rainwater fills up the lakes and rivers. Rainwater fills up the lakes and the rivers. You get water from the rain. Rainwater fills up the lakes and rivers. We get drinking water from streams, lakes, ponds and from under the ground through wells and tube wells. We get drinking water from streams, lakes, ponds and from under the ground through wells and tube wells. The water is stored in tanks and reservoirs. Now see here. Stream, pond, river, lake, well, tank, tube well and reservoir. This is stream. Stream is kind of a small river. Pond. Pond means talab. This is river. This is lake. This is well. This is tank. This is tube well and this is reservoir. We call it Jalashaya in Hindi. So kids, now we know we get water from rain. Now do you know how we get rain? When it is very hot, the heat rises up the rivers and lakes. The water goes up in the sky as water vapor. These drops of water from clouds form clouds. This water from the clouds comes down as rain. Rainwater goes deep into the ground. We dig well at proper places to get this water. Too much rain leads to floods. It carries away houses, crops and animals. Dams and forests help us to control floods. When it is very hot, when the weather is very hot, the heat in the weather dries up the rivers and lakes. The water from the rivers and lakes goes up in the sky as water vapor. See here. Here water is going up in the sky in the form of water vapor. These drops of water forms clouds. These are clouds. The water from the clouds comes down as rain. The water from the clouds come down as rain. Rainwater goes deep in the ground. Rainwater goes deep in the ground. We dig well at proper places. This is well. In Hindi we call it kuwa. So this water goes deep in the ground. We dig well at proper places to get this water. Too much rain leads to flood. When it rains too much, it leads to floods. It carries away the houses, crops and animals. Then dams and forests help us to control floods. If we store water in dams, we can control the flood, and forests help us to control floods. If we plant many trees and if we don't cut down the trees, it can help us to control the floods. Too little rain leads to drought. During this period, there is shortage of water. When it rains very little, too little rain leads to drought. During this period, there is a shortage of water. Too much rain leads to flood and too little rain leads to drought. Understood? As in some cities, we too get our water supplies from lake. Water is stored in place called reservoir, from where it is carried to different places through water pipes. Water is stored in the place called reservoir, from where it is carried to different places through water pipes. See here, these are water pipes. It finally reaches our home and comes out through our water taps. Water purification. I have shown you some small experiments, like remember I showed you two glasses of one glass of clean water and one glass of dirty water. So here water purification. Water comes to our home from several sources. This water may be impure. Impure water means water that contains dirt, dust and germs and many other impurities. Treatment of water is therefore necessary. Treatment of water means cleaning of this water, filtering of this water is very much necessary to clean this impure water. The water stored in tanks and reservoirs is filtered and disinfected to make it germ-free and pure before it reaches to our home. Now tell me, why do you need germ-free and pure water? Because if you drink water full of germs or impure water, you will fall sick. So this water is stored in tanks and reservoirs, is filtered and disinfected to make it germ-free and pure before it reaches to our homes. So this was about sources of water. Now let's move to next lesson. Second lesson name is clean water. Please open page number 113. So here you can see clean water. We must make sure that our water is clean and pure. We must make sure that our water is clean and pure. We must drink only clean water. As I told you, we should only drink clean water. We should not drink dirty or impure water. Why? Because it will make us sick. Water can be purified by boiling and filtering. We can purify our water by boiling or filtering. We can boil it or we can filter it. We make water impure by bathing, washing clothes and throwing waste in the lakes and rivers. Now you will ask me, how does this water get impure? This water gets impure by bathing in it, washing dirty clothes in it, and throwing waste in the lakes and rivers. Impure water leads to sickness and diseases. If you drink this impure water, it will lead to sickness and diseases. We must not waste water. Water is very much important to us, so we should never ever waste water. Use water only when it is necessary. You should use water only whenever it is necessary. You should never waste water. Water used for washing vegetables or grains can be used for watering plants. So, if you are using water to wash vegetables or grains, that water you can reuse it by watering these plants. Watering plants, whatever plants are there in your house, you can water them. Now the next lesson that we are going to revise is let us be clean. Let us be clean. Good habits help us to clean. Good habits help us to keep our body clean. Good habits help us to do what? To keep our body clean. Good habits are necessary to keep us healthy and happy. Let us learn some good habits that will help us to remain healthy. Good habits do what? They help us to keep our body clean. Good habits are very much necessary to keep us healthy and happy. Now let's see what are the good habits. Let us learn some good habits that will help us to remain healthy. Now let's learn about some good habits that will help us to remain healthy. First one is have a bath every day. It is important to keep all parts of body clean. First good habit is have a bath every day. After you brush your teeth, then either before breakfast or after breakfast, you should take bath. It is very important to keep all parts of our body clean. So having a bath every day is very much necessary to keep our body healthy, because a dirty body is home to many germs which spread diseases and make us sick. Now what happens when you don't take bath? A dirty body is home to many germs. Your body will become full of germs. Your body will become dirty, and a dirty body is a home for many germs which spread diseases and make us sick. Now second one is wear clean clothes every day. Neat and clean clothes make us look smart and good. After you take bath, you should wear clean clothes, not dirty clothes. What will happen if you take bath and wear dirty clothes? Your body will become dirty again. So wear clean clothes every day. Neat and clean clothes make us look smart and good. Brush your teeth twice daily and gargle after you have your food. Germs often grow on food particles that remain in mouth in between the teeth. Brushing and gargling help to remove these food particles. Brush your teeth twice daily. Twice means 2 times. Brush your teeth twice daily. Once in the morning, once at night. And gargle after you have your food. Whenever you finish your food, you should gargle your mouth. Germs often grow on food particles that remain in mouth in between the teeth. Brushing and gargling help to remove these food particles. Whatever food particles are stuck between your teeth can go away by what? Brushing and gargling. Wash your hands often. Use soap and water to wash your hands. You should wash your hands often. Often means many times. Use soap and water to wash your hands. Before and after meals. You should wash your hands before meals, after meals. You should wash your hands after using the toilet. You should wash your hands after returning from playing outdoors. So whenever you play and come home, the first thing you should do is wash your hands and legs also. Then trim your nails regularly, as dirt and germs may collect between the nails. Use a nail cutter to trim your nails. Do not bite them. You should always trim your nails regularly. You should trim your nails regularly, as dirt and germ may collect below the nails. What happens? If you don't cut the nails, dirt and germs may collect below the nails, which can enter your mouth while eating with your hand. Use a nail cutter to trim your nail. Do not bite your nails. Cover your mouth and nose with a handkerchief whenever you sneeze or cough. This will prevent germs from spreading all over the face. You should cover your mouth and nose with a handkerchief whenever you sneeze and whenever you cough. This will prevent germs from spreading all over the place. By doing this, it will prevent the germs from spreading all over the place. Then avoid eating junk food and food that is kept in the open. Eat food that is cooked and served in a clean place. Avoid eating junk food that you get on the streets. You should avoid eating those food items and the food that is kept in the open. Eat food that is cooked and served in a clean place. You should always eat the food that is cooked and served in a clean place. So this was about let us be clean. So we have revised 3 lessons. In next class we will revise the other lessons. So I hope you will study all these lessons, and so we will meet in next class. Till then, study well kids and take care.